Kerry Gray here at the Joondalup Resort, and today we're going to be talking about my favorite pitching drill to help you improve those shots around the green. Let's get into it. Now, the short game, without a doubt, is one of my favorite areas to teach. And throughout that, I love the creativity and also the ability to improve players' games in a very, very short amount of time. The reason being is around the greens, you don't need any special physical prowess of a PGA Tour player or anything similar. It's only a relatively small motion that through some simple exercises and drills that you can start to create a lot more consistency, predictability, and then also feel for hitting all those shots around the green. So today we're going to be talking about the number one drill that I absolutely love, that I give to most of the players that come through who are struggling with their pitching. So pitching being that anything that flies further than it runs, that can be a short one or a long one. And this one here that I'm about to give you really helps you with your extension and rotation of the body towards the target on the way through. This one here is really for those of you who keep the body down, get the arms bunching up, and from the down the line view, get the arms pulling around the body in this direction here. So the drill is as follows. What we're going to do is we're going to take our grip, and then you're going to simply get your lead hand and you're going to place it back and behind your body. Now from this position here, what that's going to encourage you to do is use the pivot of your body to hit the shot rather than the movement of the head or the pull of the arms. The main reason being, with only one hand on the golf club, we can't manipulate that club as easily as we would if we had two hands on. Now, for those of you who do have some issues with your pitching, this might be quite challenging at first. You might find that you hit some chunk shots and some thin shots, and this is slightly based on where you set up to the golf ball. However, the one thing I love about this drill is the more you do it, the better you're going to get. So you'll begin to figure out the best spot for the golf ball, the distance from the golf ball, how to stand. But I'm going to show you the way that I would approach it. So just with my right hand, I'm standing here. I'm just going to hit a couple of small little pitch shots, just feeling that my body and my belly button especially is moving towards and up above the target. So if I was to have sort of a bit of a light on my belly button shining up, as my body is moving forward, you can see that light is moving towards and above the target in front of me. So then I would just grab it in my right hand. I would get a feeling for this sensation of my body extending up towards the target. And then once I've got it, I'd go ahead and I would hit a couple of little shots, and you can see that ball popped up quite nicely. Now, one of the main reasons that I love this drill is that one of the biggest faults that I see with players around the green is they're simply just trying to move the handle and move the head way too much, and they're trying to hit it way too hard in the wrong manner. What you'll see with the best pitchers in the world is it looks quite effortless. There's a nice flow to their motion, and the main reason being is the pivot or the movement of their body is controlling the distance and the feel, not what they're really doing with their hands. So when you're doing this drill and you're feeling that the body is moving and extending towards the target, essentially that golf club head is simply just moving at an effect to what you're doing with your body. So therefore, once you're set up and you've got the club back and behind the ball, you almost need to take a leap of faith and just allow that golf club head to do what it may. You can see once again, all I'm really doing here is just focusing on my body, pivoting and moving towards the target. And the result, time and time again, because I've done this so often, is that the ball will come out quite nicely. So whenever I'm struggling with pitching myself, especially if I'm getting a bit tense or nervous, I'll always stand there and hit a couple of little pitch shots, just using the pivot of my body to try and produce the result. Now, one of the big things here is that you need to be very tension-free to allow this club to fall back down onto the ground and to allow it to move through as your body pivots. You really don't need to be holding this golf club tight. So that just means having it down in the fingers and ensuring that the golf club would move around without it slipping too much in the fingers. So once again, one more. We're going to stand here. We're feeling that the body is pivoting, moving, extending towards the target. Go ahead, hit the shot. You'll start to see that they pop off quite nicely after you've done a bit of practice in this area. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please try this drill out. It is my absolute favorite. I've seen huge success with players when they've been working on this part of their game. So let me know how it goes down in the comments section. And until next time, I'm Kerry Gray. Thanks for watching.